这是一个困的下午。趴下，趴下。
Yo, what is going on, guys?
Hey guys， 大家好，欢迎来到老司机英语角。
我是李总，
我是伊娃。
我们今天继续看《走遍美国》的第6集，咱们今天会看第3节。
Today we'll watch episode 6, act 3.
这集非常长，所以咱们就不废话了，直接开始看片儿。Let's get it.
Let's go.
Okay, everybody. I want to welcome Harry and his daughter Michelle to Thanksgiving with us.
Thank you, Dr. Stewart.
Call me Philip.
Okay.
我们看到他们在吃饭啊，然后 Philip 拿那个勺子去敲一下杯子。这个在美国的那个餐桌上来说，一般比如说你要发言，或者是要让大家注意一下 ，Pay attention, please， 当当当，你就敲一下杯子。Okay, everyone, I want to welcome Harry and his daughter Michelle to Thanksgiving with us. 我要 welcome Harry 和他的女儿 Michelle， 因为他俩是外人嘛，所以就欢迎客人来。
Thank you, Dr. Stewart.Call
me Philip。
我们一般称呼别人的时候呢，先生 Mr， 女士就是 Miss 和 Mrs， 但博士不一样，博士单独有一个称呼叫 Doctor，
博士不算男也不算女。
所以这时候他那个 Harry 叫他 Dr. Stewart， 其实是一个比较客气的说法。
然后 Philip 说 Call me Philip， 其实就意思是说别客气，直接叫我名字就好了。
But first, I think we should take a moment and remember the meaning of Thanksgiving.
Philip, I took Michelle to a school play about the first Thanksgiving.
Well, why don't you tell us about that, Michelle?
Thanksgiving was about the Pilgrims, the first settlers in America. They shared the first harvest with the Indians and gave thanks.
All right.
But first, I think we should take a moment and remember the meaning of Thanksgiving. 这几句话 Philip 说的语速就比较慢，因为它是比较正式的那种餐桌上的发言。但首先 we should take a moment. Take a moment 的意思就可以理解成咱们花一点点的时间 to do something. 比如说 before we start doing this, let's take a moment to talk about our plan first. 然后他这个地方呢 Philip 就说 let's take a moment and remember the meaning of Thanksgiving. 找点时间回忆一下这个 Thanksgiving 的意义。
Philip,I took Michelle to a school play about the first Thanksgiving. School play 呢就是话剧。他说我带 Michelle 去看了一个关于第一个感恩节的话剧。
Well, why don't you tell us about that, Michelle? Why don't you tell us about that? Why don't you tell us about that, Michelle?
Thanksgiving was about the Pilgrims, the first settlers in America.They shared their first harvest with the Indians and gave thanks. Thanksgiving 是关于 Pilgrim 这个词指的是朝圣者，
它有一点那个宗教的意味。The first Pilgrims 就是说刚来美洲的这帮子传教的人。
The first settlers in America. Settle 这个词就可以等于 live， 表示居住在某个地方，所以 settler 就是定居者。
The first settlers in America. The first group of people that settled in America. 了解一点历史的话，就知道这欧洲第一开始的那波来到美洲的移民。
They shared their first harvest with the Indians. Harvest 做名词表示丰收 ，harvest 做动词表示收获。
印第安人跟印度人这个名字是一样，都是 Indians。哥伦布来到美洲以后，以为这是印度，and he called those people Indians。哥伦布其实到死的时候都以为那是印度，他一直是 he kept calling them Indians。
他们和这个当地的印第安人一起分享了第一次的丰收，并且呢，这些人给出了感谢。其实根本就没有 ，They killed the Indians.
Right, they killed them.
That was wrong history.
They didn't give thanks to the
Indians. They just killed
all
of them.
Right. Almost all of the Native Americans were killed by the European settlers.
Most Native Americans died of disease brought by European settlers, such as smallpox and flu, while others were killed through slavery, rape, and war. In 1491,About 145 million people lived in the Western Hemisphere. By 1691, the population of indigenous Americans had declined by 90 to 95%, or by around 130 million people.
Then in that spirit, let's each of us give thanks, each in his own way. Who wants to begin?
I will. I give thanks for being here with my family, and for being well.So I can enjoy you all.
All right. We love you, Grandpa.
And in that spirit 就可以理解成在这种精神下、气氛之下 ，let's do something. In that spirit, let's each of us give thanks. 咱们每个人都开始对别人表示一些感谢。Each in his own way. 连读。Each in his own way.Each in his own way. 我们每个人用自己的方式表达感谢。Who wants to begin?
谁来先说
I will begin. I will give thanks first. 我要表达我的感谢。这个有两种说法比较多，一个是 I give thanks， 还有一个就是 I am thankful for something. Grandpa 用的是第一种说法啊 I give thanks for being here with my family and for being well. 我跟我的家人在一起，然后我身体还很棒。这个地方 for being well 就是 I am very healthy. My body is very well. I am in a good condition. So I can enjoy you all. 享受天伦之乐。
I'd like to give thanks for a healthy year, a good job, and for meeting Harry and Michelle.
We'd like to give thanks for meeting Susan and the Stewart family.
I love you, Daddy.
Thanks, Harry. That was very kind of you.
I would like to give thanks for a healthy year, for a good job, and for meeting Harry and Michelle. 我想要感谢健康的一年，优质的工作，遇到了 Michelle 和 Harry。
都是 give thanks for doing something or for something. Harry 非常客气啊，他说 We'd like to give thanks for meeting Susan and the Stewart family. 认识你们一家子人，我们非常感恩。
Thanks, Harry. That was very kind of you. That was very 啥啥啥 of you. 这是一个特别常用的说法。你在夸别人的时候，你说哇，你可真是太好了。That was so nice of you. 如果你是特别宽容 ，That was so kind of you. 你实在是太周到了。That was so thoughtful of you.
I'd like to give thanks for Grandpa coming to live with us. And I'd also like to thank my math teacher for giving me a passing grade. And call me Alexandra.
I'd like to give thanks to Grandpa coming to live with us. I'd also like to give thanks to my math teacher who gave me a passing grade. 先要谢谢爷爷搬过来跟他们一起住，又要谢谢他的数学老师给他一个 passing grade。passing grade
及格分。
对，及格分。然后向天许愿 ，Call me Alexandra.
Robbie 这个 give thanks 非常的真诚。
You go first, Marilyn.
I'm thinking. You go first.
Well, you all know I'm working on my photo album. It's not finished yet, and I'd like to thank Marilyn for being so patient.
Thanks, Richard. I should thank you for encouraging me to keep working on my fashion designs. I'm lucky to have a husband with an artistic eye.
Hey, you go first, Marilyn.
No, I'm thinking. You go first. 你先说。
Well, you all know that I'm working on my photo album, and it's not finished yet. And I'd like to thank Marilyn for being so patient. 大家都知道 I'm working on my photo album 这些词我们以前都讲过啊。我现在仍然在做我的这个作品啊 ，It's not finished yet， 还没完成。I'd like to thank Marilyn for being so patient. Marilyn has been patient through this whole time. Patient 的话就可以理解成耐心的意思。这么长时间我吃软饭没钱赚，Marilyn 都非常的耐心，没有把我赶出去。
Thanks, Richard. I should really thank you for encouraging me to keep working on my fashion designs. I'm so lucky to have a husband with an artistic eye. 在这儿真的把 Richard 捧上天，说我怎么会找到一个这么好的老公，有 artistic eye 艺术家的眼光。
这个地方 eye 不是眼睛的意思，因为眼睛的话是 two eyes，an artistic eye。这个地方 eye 应该翻成眼光。有艺术家的眼光 ，an artistic eye， 他俩应该赚钱都不多啊，一个是 photographer， 一个是 someone who works in a boutique。Susan 应该赚的比他俩多。
Oh, we all have a lot to be thankful for. For the food on this table, just like the Pilgrims.
I'll go along with that, Ellen.
Well, help me serve, Robbie.
We all have a lot of things to be thankful for the food on the table.Just like the Pilgrims， 我们都有很多要致谢的对象，我们都有很多值得感激的事情。Alan 在这儿就说，我们就感激一下桌上的食物吧，就跟最开始的朝圣者一样，大家开吃吧。
I'll go along with that, Alan. Go along with something or go along with someone， 其实就可以理解成 agree with something or agree with someone.
It was a wonderful meal, Mrs. Stewart. Thank you.
And now to see the end of the football game.
Exactly.
Where are you going, Philip?
Remember the Michigan football game? And Michigan needs a touchdown.
Did you forget something?
Dad, your famous apple pie?
Just let me see the score, Ellen.
Go ahead, Philip. We should all take a little break before dessert. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Grandpa.
It was a wonderful meal. Thank you so much, Mrs. Stewart.
因为 Harry 是外人，所以 Harry 这个客气的话是一定要说的。他对 Alan 的这个称呼也是 Mrs. Stewart。吃完饭，老爷们一起身就不想干活了啊。And now to see the end of the football game.
Where are you going, Philip?
Remember the Michigan football game? And Michigan needs a touchdown. 就我们学校现在还需要一个 touchdown。touchdown 就是一个足球术语了，它就是达阵得分、触底得分。
Did you forget something? Your famous apple pie?
Just let me see the score, Alan. 我就去看一下分嘛。比赛的这个分数啊，就是 score。考试的那个分数咱们用 grade。
Go ahead, Philip. We should all take a break before dessert. Take a break 指的就是小休息一下。我们现在小小休息一下。Let's take a break.
还是最后强调一下，甜点叫 dessert， 沙漠叫 desert， 这两个词的重音不一样，别念错。
Who could that be? Oh, it must be Alexandra. I invited her to come by for dessert.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I like Ellen.
Robbie 也是非常惊讶，他说 You did? Did you invite her?
Grandpa 说，Ellen 有心机，我喜欢她。I like Ellen.
You know everyone, Alexandra.
No, she doesn't know Harry Bennett and his daughter Michelle.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello, Alexandra. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Susan. Happy Thanksgiving.
And Alexandra brought us a pumpkin pie.
Please sit down, Alexandra. Dad, Richard, Alexandra's here.
You know everyone, Alexandra. 你认识所有的人吧
No, she doesn't know Harry Bennett and her daughter Michelle.
Hi. Hello.
Alexandra brought us a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie 就是南瓜派。Brought us something. Brought 就是 bring 的过去式，带来。
Please sit down, Alexandra. 注意这个地方还是有连读啊，比如说刚才的 Come on, Alexandra. 这儿的 sit down, Alexandra. 因为后面都是一个 n 跟 Alexandra 连的，所以两次 Robbie 都有连读。Come on, Alexandra. Sit down, Alexandra. Dad, Richard, Alexandra's here.
Michigan needs a touchdown. 3 minutes to play. Hi, Alexandra. Welcome.
Hello, Alexandra. Yes, Michigan needs a touchdown. One tiny little touchdown with just 3 minutes to play.
You want Michigan to win.
How'd you guess?
比赛就剩3分钟了 ，Michigan 仍然还没有 touchdown， 还需要一个 touchdown 才能赢。Richard 说 Michigan needs a touchdown, 3 minutes to play。然后 Philip 说 Yes.Michigan needs one touchdown, one tiny little touchdown with just 3 minutes to play. 就剩3分钟了。
You want Michigan to win.
How'd you guess? How'd you guess? 这也是习惯的说法。How'd you guess? 字面的意思是你是怎么猜到的。其实我们把它理解成 of course 就可以了。这还用猜吗 ？How'd you guess?
And Alexandra brought us a pumpkin pie.
We forgot to turn the oven on.
We did. Philip, why don't you go watch the last 3 minutes of the game? I will serve coffee and pumpkin pie.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Robbie, would you bring the dessert plates? And Marilyn, would you pour coffee, please?
Sure, Ellen.
What happened?
We forgot to turn the oven on. Oven 就是烤箱的意思。We forgot to do something. We forgot to turn the oven on. Turn something on. Turn the TV on. Turn the oven on 就是把什么东西打开。We forgot to turn the oven on. Oven 跟 on 后面一定有一个连读。We forgot to turn the oven on.
We did. Alan 在这其实有点讽刺的意思啊，说又变成咱俩一块忘了，明明就是你自己一个人的锅。
Philip 一有坏事就说 we.
Why don't you go watch the last 3 minutes of the game? I'll serve coffee and pumpkin pie.
他们已经放弃 apple pie. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Robbie, would you bring the dessert plates? Marilyn, can you pour coffee, please? Plates 就是盘子 ，pour 指的是把什么东西倒出来。
How was your Thanksgiving dinner, Alexandra?
Just wonderful, Mr. Stewart. The Molinas are a large family. I love being with them.
Oh, I'm glad you came by, Alexandra.
I am too.
Great Thanksgiving. Lots to be thankful for. Michigan scored a touchdown. Alexandra came by. And nobody misses Philip's famous apple pie.
Oh, Grandpa.
Great Thanksgiving! Lots to be thankful for. Michigan scored a touchdown, Alexandra came by, and nobody misses Philip's famous apple pie. Michigan 得分了 ，Alexandra 来了，然后也没有人在想这个 Philip 做的这个派。
That's it for today. So we just finished watching Family Album USA episode 6 and Act 3.
And in this episode, we've learned a lot about Thanksgiving, what Thanksgiving is all about, and how people in America celebrate this holiday. Hope you enjoy what you saw, and if you like us, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
如果喜欢我们的视频的话，记得点赞、关注，一键3连哟。
咱们下周讲第7集。
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace. Bye.